Them
But
boys
are they a
is
crew
selling.
though? Are
I
they
would say they're a crew. If you got the Bryson
the
Gray,
Bryson Grays?
Tyson James,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Fagagio, whatever his name is,
Okay.
I would consider them a crew because they work together so much.
Tastemakers.
Class. We do more than make a living, we make a life. When everything is dark, we are the light. We are the tastemakers, alright. Let tomorrow tell the stories that we make tonight. We do more than make a living.
Tory Deshawn is the newest Indie Tribe member. And it was a pretty good pickup. That was a good pickup, I think, for Indie Tribe.
Yep.
But the question becomes for all the CHH heads out there, does this make Indie Tribe the best crew in CHH? And we can broaden this to the best label, the best group, the best crew, whatever the case may be. With this, who's the best crew right now in Christian hip hop would be the question. And since we got DJ Lost and Found right here,
Wow.
I got to go to Lost and Found first. Who is the best crew right now? It could be label, it could be group, it could be crew, whatever. What we got?
What's the criteria? That's the first question, right?
That is a great question.
Talking to a DJ.
If we talking about who's the most influential, we got Reach. If we
So
talking about
let's
the
do it this.
lyricist,
Your
GOM,
personal. Well, let's do it based on this. Let's do it based. Nah, I can't do that. I'm just gonna say, pound for pound artists, as you appreciate artists, whatever it is that makes you appreciate an artist. Which group, crew, label has the best artist or the most artists that you appreciate in one particular group, crew, or label?
All right, so yeah, that's absolutely GOM all day. All of them. I don't know if there's anybody on that label.
All of who? Because remember, they don't have everybody that they had. So all of who?
The legacy roster. You know what I mean? We talking all of GOM, right?
All right, so who?
back to
No.
Flow.
Because we ain't gonna go legacy with Reach. Active rosters.
Right.
Active rosters.
Jeez.
And if you want to go GOM, you still can, but I just want to make sure that you are not including certain people who are no longer on GOM.
Okay, so if you talking current, that's gonna change my answer. And it's not necessarily that they're my favorite, but I think they just don't get no play. And that's the MAGA rappers. Them boys.
Are they a
is
crew
selling.
though? Are they
I would say they're a crew. If you got the Bryson Gray,
the Bryson Grays?
Tyson James, Fagagio, whatever his name is,
Okay.
I would consider them a crew because they work together so much, and it's undoubtable the amount of success that they've seen. They beaten everybody else in CHH. When you're talking about hitting the charts, if you're talking about Spotify, they're not on that. Yes, Trish. Yes.
No,
Trish,
but
yeah.
we know why they are beating the rest.
Sure. I mean,
We know
that's the
why.
only. Because, okay.
I'm not talking about necessarily skill, you know what I mean? Because if
hear
you're talking
you.
skill, it's still GOM. If you ask me, I think they got the best artists hands down, and Jared is about to drop a crazy project.
But is Jared still GOM though? Jared's no longer GOM, right? Hasn't he released his last project?
He's spreading rumors.
Jared should either. Well, I know. Listen, Jared, I'm bump a rumor. I'm gonna tell you straight up. Either Jared is no longer GOM right now, or he's got one more album and he's no longer GOM. Yeah, it's one way or the other. I just got to remember which one it is.
It's been nice, y'all. I got to go.
No. I mean, you got to understand. Jared live a couple hours from me, so
Listen. For you said current, right? So currently, as far as I know, he on there. I don't know paperwork and all that, but I still go GOM over everybody.
okay.
I still, love Reach, love Menace Movement, everybody, what they doing. But even the current albums that are out right now, current music, I'm still going GOM.
Okay. Cool. Let's see here. As people talking who left GOM, AI is no longer GOM, as I understand. And
right.
honestly, Jared, if he's not gone, he's on his way out, most likely.
Yes.
Yeah. So shout out to Regis in the chat. Yeah, you better snack, Key.
Listen, I'm over here like, where my snacks at? I need a snack. Definitely was debating about.
Oh, listen.
Getting up.
I mean, I got some Swiss cheese on deck or whatever.
So, okay, so you say GOM. To your response about the MAGA rappers, I'm going to jump into this real quick. From a Christian hip hop standpoint, them jokers do be coming with it.
What?
I believe. From a Christian hip hop standpoint. The only reason why I think they have those numbers Billboard wise, plain and simple, is because of political nonsense. That's the only reason I feel like they have those numbers to address the MAGA rappers. And, anyway.
However you do it, listen, I'm about to jump on the train. If that's what it is,
no.
We out here.
No, listen to me.
Absolutely
not.
We out here.
Lost and found. Absolutely not.
He said, let me get my Candace Owens on. Listen.
No. You will not be welcome back to the Tastemakers.
They're taking the card too. They're taking the black card too. It's cool.
Don't do that, bro.
Right.
No, we're not doing that.
What's funny is we have different clips that go out on different socials and joints, right? And whenever we get a little political or whatever the case may be, and somebody sees us like ragging on Trump or something, our comments be filled with cats that just be like, "Oh, look at these black folk. They on that liberal plantation or whatever case may be," and I'd be like, "Listen." Just because we criticize Trump don't mean we don't criticize Joe Biden. Who do you think we are? I'm an independent. They be like, I'm an independent, nigga. I don't mess with any of these parties, for real. But anyway, so it's just always funny how that works whenever we do have a political topic or whatever the case may be. Trisha, best crew in CHH.
Okay. So I was going through the Indie Tribe roster, and then I was like comparing them to the Reach Records roster as well. And God Over Money, respect to them. But I wouldn't say they're my favorite crew because there are some exceptional, MCs on God Over Money.
Oh, for sure.
Or at least used to be still. I don't even know who all is on there currently, actually. Let me not say that. But who is actually currently?
I'm believing you're looking at Bizzle, you're looking at Bumps, you're looking at Dayton, and I think technically you are looking at Monster or whatever his name is, and then you're looking at Jared Sanders right now. But again, I think Jared maybe got one album and he out, or is he still on the roster? I'm not sure. I gotta double check that.
So Anyway, so
I'll say it.
Yeah. I'm going to have, if I'm comparing them, I'm definitely going to go with Reach because Reach has consistent fire, we talking about longevity, we talking about reach.
You talking about current?
No pun intended. We talking about current. Come on now, we got Hovey, we got Andy, we got Wande, we got Limo Blaze, we got 1K Few. Who else we got? We got Lecrae, we got Trip. You know what I'm saying? We got all these people,
Tadashi.
And even Tadashi. Listen.
Tadashi stay making hits no matter what anybody say.
Listen, even if his whole album might not be a hit, he gonna have some.
He gonna have a
tracks.
Fire single.
He gonna have some tracks. He gonna have some dope tracks, some dope singles. That's gonna be fire. If I'm comparing all of that roster to everybody else, and mind you, I love me some. What's that child name? John Keith. No big
Indie
deal.
Tribe. Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying Indie Tribe. I'm saying the particular ones on Indie Tribe.
You're saying particular ones.
That I'm fans of. I wish they would have put Bats on there because I really love Bats. Bats is on another level, and he is way beyond his years. He's just shout out to Bats. That boy killing. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Reach. For me, it's a no-brainer. Hovey is killing. I have to say, Hovey is killing.
Hovey is killing the game.
Hovey is killing because I just be listening to his just the structure of his songs. They're really good. He got some dope hooks.
I'm telling you what he's doing. I'm telling you what he's doing. He's doing what nobody else is doing well, and what a lot of people have not even tried to do for whatever reason in Christian hip hop. But it reminds me of what we used to do in the 90s and early 2000s. Hovey's way of introducing worship into a track is really, really dope. Really, really dope. And other people have tried to do it and they don't do it well. And then a lot of people haven't tried to do it, I think should try to do it. But he is the quintessential Christian hip hop artist as of right now. Like, if somebody says to me, what is Christian hip hop? I'm going to say, hey, let me introduce you to Hovey right now.
I mean, KB too. I feel like he definitely. I mean, I'm not. Go ahead. What you
KB
say?
can out rap Hovey all day.
Oh, for sure.
But KB's when he introduces worship into it, he does a decent job. Hovey does a better job with the worship joint than KB does.
I agree. Because I feel like KB's is more CCM, and I'm not really always.
Yeah, how does the white boy have more of a gospel soul worship feel than KB? But he's doing it. He's doing it.
Listen, and I didn't even want to give him. I was like, is this a white boy doing it? But I gotta give credit where credit is due. Like, he killing, white boy or not. Like,
shouts out to Marcos in the chat.
The last ones to do it was Beautiful Eulogy. I mean,
what the worship joint y'all saying?
I don't know if that's what he's saying. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
But,
okay.
I mean, they were different. They were different, but I feel like I don't know. They were an acquired taste.
Kyle said, "I'll be glad when Hovey leaves Reach."
Wait, why you say that, Kyle? Why you say that?
You know why Kyle say that? But,
I don't.
No, as much as
you don't like Reach.
Right, that's what he said.
I got you.
I feel like as much as Reach has, I mean, everybody knows Reach went through that period where they were having a hard time, or they were trying to maybe disguise what kind of label they were, or whatever the case may be. They went through that period, and they came out of that period. Yeah, and I think they've been very much so unashamed since. I would say theoretically they were unashamed then too, but they were kind of trying to disguise it a little bit, and people didn't like that, and it didn't really come. Maybe it wasn't as genuine as people might have liked it to be. Yada yada yada. Boom boom boom.
Regis, I would say Bats. I'm sorry. I just wanted to answer this question. Bats is definitely stand out, like, for certain.
Yeah, Bats got that boom bap, Regis. He got that boom bap.
And if y'all haven't heard, oh gosh, why am I drawing a blank? What's the name of the album? Hold on. Come back to me.
While you're looking for that, TJ said, I Am Rescued. I think he is ridiculously dope. Myself, I really enjoy his music. He actually is kind of close. He can almost do the worship thing like Hovey, not as well as Hovey does it. But yeah, he can almost do that too. Unfortunately, he'll probably never be as big as he needs to be in Christian hip hop, because at the end of the day, the West still just wins. America just still wins when it comes down to it. And where is he at? He's in where's I Am Rescued at? He's in.
He's African.
I thought he was
he's in Africa.
Yeah, South Africa or something like that.
Okay, yeah. Cool. Yeah, so yeah, to be where he is and to make music and the connections that he's made has been real dope, I would say. So that's really dope there.
I was just gonna say DJ Michael, his album Bodega. If y'all have not heard that album, please, I need y'all to hear that. Like, it's giving, for me, it's very nostalgic because it's very East Coast, very boom bap, and just the feel of it. Like, they in the bodega, I'm like, oh, I miss the bodega, and it's really, really dope. So I think that stands out on the album.
Even though he ain't got no artist from New York on there, I'm just saying. And he called the bodega.
Who in CHH is in New York? I'm not talking about old school. I'm talking about right now, current.
Vestavia. New York got some spitters.
Put us on, Lost and Found, because I'm like Trisha. Like, back in the day, New York used to run the game. You know what I mean? And then
so like Vestavia was in what's her name? She's a battle rapper. She was in what's her name?
She is a battle. See, I've never heard her do no song, but she is. I have heard her rap in the battle rap scene, but I would have to hear her on a song because that's a difference. You know what I'm saying? Like some people can't. That don't necessarily always translate in a song.
Yeah,
But
she's
I would
on
love
my
to hear it.
first album.
Okay.
I think she might got the hardest 16 on the entire joint, if you ask me.
I mean, I believe it. She be going hard in the
Yeah,
joints.
yeah.
Okay.
So
Yo,
they out
Yellow
there, but
Man.
I just be
Sorry.
messing with Mike LV with that. That's all.
Yo,
That's
Yellow
funny.
Man, want that like?
They were
Want,
dope.
yeah, it
They
was
were
like
from
3 of them,
London.
right? It
Yo,
was
they were
2
from
guys and
London.
a girl or
2
something
guys
like
and a
that.
girl. They were so
Yeah.
dope. What happened to them? Like, where they at?
I don't know. But I remember them being dope as well. Yeah. As Income is saying, yeah, I Am Squared is able to make a living doing music full time, and he used to be a doctor, so he's doing something right. Oh yeah, for sure, you're right. And I remember when he had that whole situation where I guess he left being a doctor to pursue music. I was like, okay, I see you. I was actually just as we do shows and as we do domination and whatnot. I've always thought about bringing him, but anybody trying to pay for that flight, sorry. So, so it just is what it is, man. Nobody trying to pay for them flights, man. Reed just said, didn't Jen from 106 in Park come over to CHH? Jen did come in from CHH for a good while. He did. He did
We
that
met
thing for a
him
long
in
time.
South by
Yep.
Southwest.
Okay.
A while.
Yep.
This was a while back.
So
Oh
I
yeah,
hate.
Alex. Sorry,
Go ahead,
my bad. No, I was gonna say
Alex.
Alex Jean. He's dope too.
He is
He got
dope.
that designer.
He does have that
voice.
designer. That's exactly what he
Yeah,
got. That
I
designer.
love it.
Yeah, I love it, but I just wonder if it's a one-hit thing, just like designer. You feel what I'm saying? Like you can make a
Yeah.
couple tracks and then we get tired of your sound. You know what I
No,
mean?
no.
So
That's a thing.
yeah.
Because
So
I was listening to the album and I was like, I mean, he got some hits. He got some
yeah,
joints, but
it's good for singles. And as a radio dude, I love that. Give me a single or two, but I can't rock your whole album because it all sound like
yeah, I struggle.
Panda. I'm joking. Listen, oh man, y'all really going out in the chat. Like I'm missing a whole lot of stuff here. But anyway, so I hate to do this in 2023. Do we still have to give this to Reach Records in 2023? Dag freaking nabbit. But yeah, when it comes to group, crew, whatever, I think it actually is. So I'm gonna always go to versatility and hits because I'm a radio dude. So I'm gonna go to versatility and hits. You know what I mean? So because I'm gonna go versatility and hits, I can't go God Over Money. If I much want to go lyricism and MCs all day, and of course Bizzle make hits all day, but the rest of his roster don't outside of Jared. Love you, Dayton. But the rest of the guys don't make hits outside of Jared. You know what I mean? And Bizzle make hits all day. You know what I'm saying? But he's never been able to, in my opinion, translate that to the rest of his artists. And so that's what I worry about with Bizzle and God Over Money is Bizzle is an beast lyricist who can make hits. I don't understand why that does not translate well to the rest of your roster. Because you got a bunch of beast lyricists on your joints. Why are we not teaching them that same formula? You feel what I'm saying?
I don't put it on the artist. And even Bizzle as the label, I guess the label owner / A&R type stuff. Honestly, I think part of what it is CHH is a popularity contest. It's not about who's the best out here. I don't want to get myself in trouble because I would like to work with Reach at one point, but I don't think when you're talking about best music that they got the best music.
I don't say that Reach necessarily has the best music. They do have the best versatility, and they do drop some of the best hits. It's what my thought process would probably say. And even if it's just because, right now you got Limo Blaze right now.
Almost crazy.
It looks crazy. Like I said, we just went on a whole rant. You know what I mean? Andy has always been Andy, right? Yeah. So, just those three. I didn't even just say 1K few, but we know what 1K is. You feel what I'm saying? And
Wanda's doing her thing too.
And Wanda's doing her thing too.
Yeah.
And then we haven't even mentioned Look Crazy. So again, Reach wins this game, but it's because it's Reach and they have the machine and they have whatever they have and they can pick out the certain artists. But their versatility right now, I think ends up winning the game. And, you know, Triple E, of course, is so they end up winning the game. And I agree with you. I think there is some art. I'm trying.
I'll be charitable, right?
No. I want to knock Reach off their perch, and I can't.
It's hard. I feel the same because I like I said, like and
it's not a hate thing.
Fan.
I want to be critical of them. I want to just knock them off their perch because I want to be a little balanced, and I can't. They're still Reach records.
Yeah, because I feel like across the board, they're more. We're talking about excellence, like, and balance. They bring that. They just do. Somebody would have to show me, like, and I would need receipts and numbers to say, okay, no, they're actually the better group. I don't know anybody who's topping.
We just did a Hovey rant. 1K Few, Andy Mineo. We haven't even talked about Goat Cray. You know what I mean? Triple E is a classic. You know what I mean? Tadashi is these are, you know what I mean? So, and I didn't even say Wande, who might be responsible for ushering in the female Christian hip hop situation by herself. I say that loosely, but of course, with them signing her and then her making the effect that she had allowed, you know what I mean? And so, what do you say? What do you say? I want to give this to Indie Tribe is what I want to do. I want to say, yes, Indie Tribe. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And when I look at and go whatever the case may be, Reach still wins. In 2023, Reach still wins. And they've been winning in this category since what? 08? 07?
It's been a while. Indie Tribe is dope though. I really love what they doing. I really do. And I think the addition.
No Big
I'm
Deal
curious.
Is just.
No, he on some other stuff. He on some other stuff. I can't even like.
On simple tracks like that, Go With The Ghost joint, like the
Go With The Ghost
joints.
And the new joint he just dropped. What's the thing called? What's the latest one he just dropped? I can't remember what it's called right now.
I think I know what
it's blowing up on TikTok. Yeah, Either way, that thing. Anyway, yeah.
So like
I
said, in this case, I'd love to theoretically be a hater and knock Reach off their perch. I mean, I have no other words for it, but low key, that's what I would be doing. I would love to have knocked them, but I can't. Ridges says Tunnel Rats didn't have a roster after they come from their camp. So I mean, Tunnel Rats. I mean, back in the day,
back in the day it was different, but today they don't even.
TR. Yeah, no, I mean the only one that's really popular and still theoretically in the Christian hip hop space would be Propaganda.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's really it.
From Tunnel Rats.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There was literally a time where people would say, some people back in the late 90s, early 2000s, like myself, who were listening to Christian hip hop there, would say there was one group. They were in the Tunnel Rats, and they had the best male MC and the best female MC in one group, and that was New Breed. It was Macho and Elzy. Yeah. And they might have been the best male MC in Christian hip hop and female MC in one group within the Tunnel Rats. You know what I mean?
I heard that.
Macho and Elzy was just ridiculous for that time. And if you ever want to go back and listen to their album, they did an album called 9, which is the 9 Fruits of the Spirit, where they just broke down the 9 Fruits of the Spirit and just classics. You know what I mean? Whatever the case may be. I ain't hustling, I'm wrestling with long suffering. You know what I mean? Just craziness. You know what I mean? And then never forget the joint they did on the DJ Madge joint that was remixed by DJ Madge back in the day. Because DJ Madge used to be what Lost and Found is today. You know what I mean? Madge used to have all the Christian hip hop artists on his joints and just dope mixes, whatever the case may be. And they had that track, What's My Name? What's My Name? Author, finisher. I mean, it was just oh my God. But again, that sound isn't even necessarily relevant anymore unless you're as old as we are. So anyway, so it is what it is. But yes, I could talk Christian hip hop history with y'all all night. Y'all know that's my love. But anyway, with all that being said, shout out to Rish in the chat. I want to say Indie Tribe, Rish. I want to say Indie Tribe, but Reach legacy continues. You know what I mean? Reach legacy continues. And what can you say? What can you say? But shouts out. But we'll talk more about Reach Records right now. You know what I mean? Y'all make sure to like and subscribe. I do all the things. Tell a neighbor, tell a friend what it is we do every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on the Tastemakers Pod on YouTube. Definitely appreciate you guys hanging with us tonight and blowing up the chat like you guys are. Yeah, I know we left out a bunch of great artists, obviously, right? But we focused in on best crews or groups or labels or whatever the case may be. Regis puts in the chat, says, who is the Christian hip hop GOAT? And I guess, and I even think that's obvious, right? Like, as much as we may or may not want to give it to him, we know who the Christian hip hop GOAT is. It is Lecrae until somebody dethrones him. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He is the so that's just what it is. Oh, okay, and Kim. I you got to excuse my grammatical error there. The fruit of the spirit, not the fruits of the spirit.
Memes of the weeks.
Memes of the weeks. I like adding S's to things. I believe my God is a God of abundance. So I add let me stop. Anyway, did y'all see what Christian Grey dropped today? We didn't. TJ, tell us all about it as I transition to the next topic. Yes, TJ, please let me know. Tell us all about it. Always interested to know what Christian Grey is doing, just because he's utterly talented. But he's Christian Grey, so you never know what you're going to get from him at the same time. Shouts out to KJ52, Charles said right there. Okay, definitely. Check his last post. We in the middle of a show. I was hoping you'd be able to give us a synopsis, so I didn't have to go look for it. Charles Brown brings up Pigeon John. Listen, there was a time when Pigeon John, and what was the crew? Was it LA Symphony that Pigeon John ran with? Yeah, Pigeon John. There was a time that he had a moment where just the sound he was making was just, it was bonkers. It was so relevant. And it came and it went. Stop it, Kyle. Stop it, Kyle. Kyle said, how can he be the GOAT of Christian hip hop if he's not a Christian rapper? And so, Kyle, and this is what I want to say, Kyle. Yes, that's my point. Listen, Kyle, this is what I don't get. You got to tell me this, because I know a lot of other people who be on this as well. We all know there was a time when Lecrae and even Andy and some others, it was maybe a reach directive, to an extent. Reach was maybe trying to hide. They had a very short stint in which they tried to really kind of change the mission or hide the mission or be a little bit more incognito with the mission, where you heard them say stuff maybe like, I'm not a Christian rapper, or we had all those conversations, yada, yada, yada. There was a time for that, Kyle. And I definitely would say over the course of the last easy 3 to 5 years, they have come back from that and clearly stated that that's not what they on anymore. They tried that. I don't know if it just didn't work or what, but a change was made and they're no longer on that anymore. And I think Lecrae's been very transparent through his books and whatever the case may be on just the kind of things he was going through at that time, that could maybe lead to that kind of thing. So I just, Crae's no longer on that anymore. He hasn't been on that for the last 3 to 5 years, easy. Oh, okay. He's done it, Kyle. He's said he's a Christian rapper in the last 5 years. He's done it. I'll look it up this week and I'll send you something, but he's definitely done it. Marcus said, well, Christian Grey is teasing a new song with D1. Interesting. D1's actually teasing a couple of joints. D1 got up with Miles Minnick recently as well. I believe they got a new joint that's about to drop as well.
Is that what all this is about? Oh, let me stop. Go ahead.
So let me and it could be. It could very well be. It could very well be. It does look like there is possibly a D1 album in the works. We got this Nosmic chat. We're talking about a Christian Grey chat. That could be what we're talking about here. Let's go ahead and jump into this last topic of the
Tastemakers.
Class. We do more than make a living, we make a life. When everything is dark, we are the light. We are the tastemakers, aight. Let tomorrow tell the stories that we make tonight. We do more than make a living, we make